Hi guys, this is Rice Snow. This is a little extra video for my 2D game tutorial. Yesterday I received this comment, and when I saw this I was like, I never thought about this, but it's actually an interesting idea and I think I know how to implement it. So I decided to do a little experiment and I want to show you the result in this video. First of all, I'm not planning to implement this function to the code that I'm using in my tutorial because this is basically a game breaker, so it's totally fine to skip this video. Okay, so we want to zoom in and zoom out, and what will be the key is this tile size. Yeah, so if a single tile becomes smaller, then the total map size becomes smaller too, and vice versa. So first we remove these final from this screen settings variable because now these values need to be flexible. So yeah, remove these finals. What? Int. Okay. Then we create a method to handle zoom in and out. So yeah, somewhere around here, public void zoom in out or something. And then let's open this key handler and add some keyboard shortcut. Let's copy, paste. So I'm gonna use this up key and also down key, down, and so when you press this up key, then we're gonna call, wait, I think we need, yeah, game panel. So let's create constructor key handler and get this game panel class here. So game panel gp and this gp call gp. All right, and we're gonna call that zoom in out method, and if we type this up key, then we want to zoom in, so we're gonna pass this 1, and if we type down key, then we're gonna pass -1. What is happening here? What? No. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna receive this integer here and type like this, tile size plus equal I. So we're gonna apply this number 1 or -1 to this tile size, so we can change the tile size. Alright, let's okay, and let's pass this game panel to this key handler's constructor. Okay, so let's check this. Alright, so I'm gonna press down key. Ooh. And up key. Ooh. Yeah. Yep, so now the background tiles are zooming in and out, but you know, player's position is not coordinated with it. That's because the players, let's open player class, players world X and Y hasn't changed. So yeah, let me type something to show what is happening. Integer new world width equal tile size times max world call, and tile size tile size and world width, new world width, finally player world x, player dot world x. So zoom out. Yeah, so tile size is decreasing by 1, and world width is also decreasing like this. And it has 50 tiles both vertically and horizontally, so every time tile size decreases by 1, then world width and height decreases by 50 because it has 50 tiles. So the map is becoming smaller or larger, but the player's world x and y is not changing, so his relative position on the map becomes inaccurate. So we need to fix this too, and to do that, first we open this entity class and change these world x and y to double. Then in this where is it? Yeah, zooming out method, we check the width or height of the world. Either way is fine. So after changing the tile size and also before changing this tile size, so old world width equal tile size max world call, then double multiplier equal double new world width divided by old world width. So for example, the old world width was 2400 and new world width is 2350. Then the multiplier will be divided by 24, so 0.9791666. So this will be the multiplier, and apply this multiplier to players world x and y. Yeah, we definitely use decimal values, so this needs to be double, and also yeah, we use double to check this new player world x or something equal player dot world x times multiplier, and also double new player world y equal player dot world y times multiplier, and player dot world x new, yeah, let's copy this, player dot world y equal new player world y. Okay, for example, if it becomes a half size, then multiplier will be 0.5, so player world x is also world x times 0.5. Alright, let's check. What? Wait. Can we? No. What? Wait. Tile magic game 414. Oh, okay, of course. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Sorry. We need to fix something here. Yeah, we are using integer to find out these screen x and y for tiles. So we also change this to double, and let's cast this like this. So yeah, let's check. All right, so zoom out, yeah, zoom in. So now the player's position is properly coordinated with the background tiles, but still there is a little problem. Look at this. When we zoom out, player moves faster, and when we zoom in, player moves slower, or it looks that way. So that's because player's speed hasn't changed. Right now, the speed is 4. That means he can move 4 pixels at every frame. So if single tile size becomes smaller, then 4 pixels means like more distance. So that's why it looks like he's moving a lot faster. So let's take care of his speed too. First, go to this entity and change this speed to double. And the default world size is 2400. That means 2400 divided by 4 player speed equals 600. So we can replace this line with like this. So speed equal gp.world width divided by 600. So this returns 4, so it's the same. This is the ratio that we want to know. So let's go back to this zooming out method and type like this. Player.speed equal double. We use double. New world width divided by 600. So now the player speed is based on the current world width. So whenever we change the world size, the player speed also changes accordingly. So let's check this. Alright, so let's zoom out. Alright, zoom in. Yeah, now moving faster. Zoom out. Yeah, so now when we zoom in, he moves faster, and when we zoom out, he moves slower. But from the relative point of view, he retains the same speed. Yeah, that's it. So as I said at first, this basically breaks the gameplay. So if you can see, what's ahead of you like this, then the game is no fun. But if you think it can be used for your own games, go for it. Could be useful if you are developing a strategy game or something. Anyway, that's all about this little experimental video. I'm glad a lot of people seem to be enjoying this tutorial series. Also, thank you guys who left comments on videos. You guys really give me strength to go further. So I hope you keep enjoying this series, and feel free to leave a comment when you have any questions. So thanks for watching, and until next time.